Hello fellow stackers, back again, Silversins here, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about something, well, it's a little bit different of a format video here. So I want to talk about adding some spice in your life, a little bit of variety. And what I mean by that is just a little bit of spice and variety into your stack. I mean, your stack doesn't have to be all one thing, all this, all that. It's very important, I believe, to add that spice just to make things a little bit unique, a little bit different. It's nice having something that stands out, and it makes it a little bit more interesting for you as well, especially if you're going down that path and you're getting a little bit bored of the same old thing. So before we get into that and have a look at the piece I want to show as an example of that, it's not a super special piece, but it's a piece that I just feel like it'll be a nice little interesting thing to look at. I will have a little bit of this baby bottle here. Little stubby, nice little baby bottle. It ain't milk, it's French milk this. What's that? French style lager. I'll have a bit of French milk. And we'll get cracking, shall we?
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
So welcome back. As you can see, it's going to be a Matrix theme, isn't it? But before I do that, let's just illustrate what I mean. I'll just get this little coin tube here. I believe I've got some more generic stuff in here, and this is what I mean. This is what I'm trying to illustrate. Oh yeah, I would have to pick the one with the tracking peanuts, wouldn't I? That's why I put them in this Faraday cage thing in here. I'm gonna have to put those straight back in there afterwards. So let's just illustrate what I mean. Surely there's some generic. Yeah, so we've got some generic stuff here. And like I said, it's all well and good, and you can get some beautiful things generic. You really can. Here we have the Canadian maple leaf. We have a Britannia piece there. Let's see if we've got anything else. These are kind of generic, aren't they? Philharmonics, 2 of them. So yeah, that's what I mean. You can get some really nice things, and it's not a bad path to go down, to be honest with you. But if that's all you was doing, let's say you were just collecting these in the UK, and that's all you were doing, I mean, and that's it at the end of the day, isn't it? You just have, well, me especially, if I was doing that, I'd have probably a couple hundred of these. And to be fair, I'd probably have even more. So much more compared to the weight that I have now. I mean, that's a good thing, I guess, if you're just stacking weight. If you're just stacking weight and that's for you, then great. I do kind of envy people who have that kind of restraint. But for me, personally, it just doesn't cut it for me. I can't look at this all day long and just have a massive pile of these. I do appreciate that people can do that. Have just a nice weight stack. It's very impressive for sure, especially when you got hundreds and hundreds of them. But for me, personally, just didn't cut it. And I started to get bored just collecting coins as well. I was collecting some quite premium coins, but it still wasn't quite cutting it. And I used to really stay away from stuff like this. Colorized coins. I used to stay away from these like the plague. I used to get the non-colored versions. This was for many years. And I'd be like looking at these and I'd be like, well, what's the point in getting this colored version when I can get the cheaper version? It's untouched, it's more pristine. But there was a point where I started to get bored a little bit. So I made the jump. I got a coloured version. This wasn't my first coloured version by any means. But it just goes to show that if you take that chance, and it's not usually your thing. By my example, I really did enjoy the difference. It was nice having something that stood out. It was different from the rest of the crowd in my stack. And as you can see, you can get some nice, interesting pieces if you just go out your comfort zone a little bit. And that's just one example of that. So just let me have a little clean up here and I'll be right back with you with the Matrix theme. There we are. So I've had a nice little clean up on the table down here below. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's do this like a little mini review as well. And this is just one of those pieces that really injected a little bit of excitement into buying silver again. And this one, to be fair, does kind of have that Chinese knockoff look, for a better phrase. And the reason I'm saying that is, like, look, if you look here, it's not centralized properly, and it's definitely not the best example that has been produced here by the New Zealand Mint. for the as premium goes anyway. As you can see, look, it's kind of off-centered. They definitely could have produced that a lot better. Quality control and stuff like that. I also believe the colors are slightly off. You're probably getting a really nice punchy color, but in person it's not quite that punchy. It's a little bit knockoff looking. Kind of reminded me of the copied DVDs you used to get many years ago. That kind of look, that kind of vibe. But I forgive it for that, simply because it's The Matrix. And it's one of those things that plays on my nostalgia. So let's have a look inside here. See what we have, eh? So it's nicely themed throughout, barring this little issue we have here. Specifications, you've got all the details there on the side. 3/9 fine silver, weight 1 ounce troy. Country of issue is Nui. Year of issue is 2022, and it is a 3000 mintage. So that's another thing that adds that little spice. You know, you're getting something that has not as many people are going to have it. So let's get the coin out here and have a look at that. As you've already seen, it's quite an interesting piece for sure. Let's have a look. There you go, look at that. And this one, I mean, it's a nice colorized coin. It's certainly not for everybody, and I used to stay away from these like the plague, even the ones that weren't as expensive as this, to be honest with you. But it's just added that excitement back into stacking for me, and it's probably kept me stacking a little bit longer as well, to be fair. I do not mean add purely premium, whether it's numismatics or collectibles, whatever it is you're interested in or want to venture into. Don't make that the primary of your stack. Just maybe go out your comfort zone, grab something that you used to stay away from or that you are interested in but haven't quite taken that leap yet, because it just adds that excitement back into your life, I believe. And if you look, nice little coin. You got the colorized background here of Neo. You got the bullets all beautifully shiny and reflective. The text is nice and crispy at The Matrix. Lovely reeded edge. As you can see there, the 1, I believe that is laser engraved. Nicely done though, nice and crisp. And back here, I do call this the front and the back. Apologies for that. It's just what I feel comfortable doing and saying. You've got all the copyright information around the edge there. 1 ounce. Let's have a little zoomy actually. There we go, focused. 1 ounce, 3/9 fine silver. Elizabeth II, Nui, $2, 2022. I do believe it's a nice little coin. I can forgive it for all the slight issues as that, yeah, it has, because it definitely plays on my nostalgia. Loved this as a kid, this film. And the queen here is very nice, crisp example. Lovely proof-like finish, mirrored finish on the background. Yeah, I do like that. It's a very nice little thing to own. It's not for everybody, like I said, but that's just one example. And as you can see, I do have many examples in front of me here, and it helped me to really have fun stacking. As you can see, we've got hand poured pieces here. We've got lots of different stuff. We've got things I wouldn't ordinarily buy. I've got copper bullion. Let's be fair, I've got a YouTube channel, so I probably wouldn't have picked these up as much, especially not as much as I do have in the background here. But it was nice just to get a few pieces there. I have some gold. I have some different kinds of hand poured stuff. Got some more premium pieces that aren't hand poured, like this 2 ounce stacker here, Aztec stacker. So it's just nice having that variety, and that's basically all I wanted to bring to the table today in this video, was just to say to you that sometimes it's important to add a little bit of spice into your life, and it'll just keep you going along your journey maybe. But if you do have that restraint and are just buying something generic, and you're able to do that and you're having fun whilst doing that, that's the main thing. If you're still having fun doing that, then all the best to you, more power to you. But to those people that are finding it a little bit samey now, and they're looking to add a little something different to the stack, but they're not quite sure, I say do it. Just pick up one piece, something a little bit different, and make your mind up then. You don't know until you try it, do you? If you like it, try it. If you don't like it, try it. You might like it. And I've been Silver Sins. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers. If you haven't already joined the Stackers Social Discord, check the description. It's a place where like-minded people gather together and share this awesome passion.